Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man, and it's time to make some soap. And you can probably tell I'm at the church doing my larger batch, and I have a lot of soap confetti. I actually got two of these, and this is enough to do one large batch, so we're going to do a confetti soap today. I like to have a solid color on the top and on the bottom, and a white in the middle supporting the confetti. So the white will be titanium dioxide, the top and the bottom will be orange vibrance and atomic orange from Crafter's Choice. I thoroughly intended to do purple and use my Grape Happy Camper because this accelerates on me, and it's great. This is a great soap for an accelerating fragrance. Well, I got here and forgot to bring my purple vibrance, and I'm low on colorants and fragrances here, so I like the smell of this Grape Happy Camper with orange soda pop. So the top and the bottom solid layers will have this in the orange, and then the white with the embeds will have the Grape Happy Camper. Pretty simple soap, so let me get my heat transfer made up and I'll be back and we'll get started on it. Okay, I am back and I'm ready for the bottom layer, which is going to be orange. So I will start with a hefty amount of orange vibrance. Hand stirred in, and with the heat transfer, my batter's only been hand stirred. No stick blending at all. And because this fragrance behaves so incredibly well, and I'm going to want this to set up, I am going to go ahead and put my fragrance in right now. So, and I got to weigh it. I didn't measure it out since I'm using two, so I'm going to step over off to the side just a second. I'm still here. Weigh my fragrance in. Give it a good stir. And then I'm going to put my neon in to brighten it up and make it a little more stable. Y'all can't see it in the camera. My camera is not doing it justice, but this is a super potent neon. And go ahead and stick blend it in because I know it behaves really well, this fragrance, and I want it to set up. Into the mold it goes. Some of you are wondering why I leave the end of my mold like this. In the summertime, there's no air conditioning in this room, and this mold swells, and that won't go all the way in. It bulges the bottom up. So I just need it to hold it in place. It's good enough. So that's the reason I leave the edge of my mold up. And it does slightly disfigure that end of the soap, but that's the end that will get cut off scraps and used for confetti in the future. So you'll see those end pieces in a future confetti soap. So it's not really a big deal. And there's our bottom layer, and that'll have to sit a while. So I will be back when that's ready for our middle layer. Alright, I'm ready for the middle layer. I went ahead and stick blended in the white so we don't have to listen to the stick blender buzzing. But here go all of our confetti scraps. I got to be really careful with the fragrance on this one because there's a lot of titanium dioxide and it's a good bit of stick blending to mix it up, and it accelerates. That's why I really wanted to use this one, because I don't have to wait forever for the layers to set up. But I just know that even so, I have to be really careful with this white one in the center. So when everything mixed in well, I'll quickly put the fragrance in, hand stir it, and get it into the mold. I think that's finally set up well enough. And this is a good consistency right now. But when I get this fragrance in, it's going to move on me. But it smells so good. It smells so good and really holds a strong scent. You see it doesn't seize, but I got to be careful. I want it really well mixed in since I'm only hand stirring it, but really have to be careful. And look how well it's behaving now. Look at that. But I've used it enough times to know. Be careful. But here we go. We're ready. Yeah, it's behaving. Look at that. Look at that, how fluid that is. And I'm soaping a little hotter than I normally do because the heat transfer method, and it's hot in this room, and I didn't get enough ice. So I'll be daggone. But anyway, there we go. I have a feeling it's still going to set up faster than the orange. So when that's ready, I will be back and we'll do the orange on the top. Okay, let's do the top orange. So this will be our Green Vibrance and Atomic Orange. Show you how unpredicting soaping can be. I've used that great Happy Camper several times. It's accelerated every time, and some pretty moderate to almost significant acceleration. And then here this time, it behaved beautifully, and it's still a little bit on the gelatinous side. I'm going to have to be careful pouring this in. Go figure, who knows? Let's get our atomic in. Get that stick blended. I'm going to go ahead and put the fragrance in, and I know I can use the last of this. That's why I'm not weighing it. And I'm going to use a spatula to break the fall just to be extra safe. And I hope this fits. I should have lined this with paper to get a little extra room in it, and I didn't. I'm just not very prepared today. That's going to fit. It'll be all right. And there we go, flat and smooth because of a beautifully behaving fragrance. So I will squirt that with some rubbing alcohol, let it sit 5 minutes, squirt it again so we don't get soda ash, and I'll put it to bed, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for the cut. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Okay, it's the next day and I'm back, and time to cut our soap. Everything went really well. I know that orange fragrance behaves, but the grape fragrance that normally misbehaves every time I use it behaved beautifully. So super happy. Love this bright, vibrant orange on top. So let's just jump right to it and cut it and see. Yeah, very nice. Just very, very nice. So let's cut these into bars. Although they're going to look the same, I'm just going to cut the center bar. This will be a short cutting video because they're all going to look the same. And there we go. So yeah, these are all going to look the same. So I'll cut these and line them up. Some of you have commented about the end of my mold where the liner won't stay flat. And that's why I get this at the end. And I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that's because this room is not air conditioned. It's hot, it's humid in here, and that mold swells and it won't close all the way down. So what I do is go ahead and get one final bar. This is a little bit bigger than normal. So I just have this one smaller piece that's deformed. Normally I shave this down into confetti soap. Now since this is already confetti soap, I don't want to use any confetti soap. I'll probably use one of these myself. And this is still a decent bar. I'll still give this away. Normally I use it in my confetti, but I will give it away. But that's what I have this week. So let me finish cutting these. I'll get them lined up and get a picture taken. But as always, everybody, thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and be blessed. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.